Hi everyone, welcome to Table for Two. I am the Elusive Bigfoot.
And I'm Onezie.
And today we are talking about top accessories. And a lot of these ideas that we have, I think, would make great gift ideas. And it's stuff that we have found, has really enhanced our experience in this game and the games that, we play in general. So with that, would you like to start with one of your picks?
Sure, I'll start with one of my picks. I wasn't sure the official name for this, but clear plastic sleeves that you would
Card sleeves.
Not card sleeves.
Oh no, not card sleeves.
That you would put a piece of paper in and dry erase markers.
So that you can, sheet protectors.
Yeah, sheet protectors. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Sheet protectors. And so that way you can preserve your scoring sheets and your play sheets and the things that you would normally rip out and dispose of. You could reuse again and again.
Oh, that's convenient.
So, what was it called again?
Sheet protectors?
Sheet protectors.
Do you want to do it again?
No, you can edit.
Can I?
You can. Sheet protectors and dry erase markers.
That's good. Okay. Mine are dice trays. Dice trays are great, especially if you can get the dice trays that pack flat. Then it's a lot easier for you to just tuck it inside a box or something and then take that with you. One thing I like about them is if you're rolling a lot of dice or if you're going somewhere that's not as friendly for dice rolling, like to the park, and you're on a picnic table, the dice are not going to go very far unless you have a very aggressive dice roller.
A dice tray was on my list too.
Oh, good.
And it's really great because when you don't have either a dice tray or a box top to roll dice into, somebody will roll a die off the table. It's going to happen.
It will happen.
So,
and that's okay.
Dice trays were on mine, and since they were on mine as well, why don't you pick another one?
All right. So the next thing is box bands. Ooh. Box bands are the elastic that I'm referring to that goes around the outside of your game box when you put it away. And so if you're someone especially who likes to stand your games upright, that helps keep the lid and the bottom pressed tightly so that way you can stack multiple games. I find that for some games, it's not going to stay closed unless I've got a box band on there. They have different sizes, different colors, different materials they're made of, so you can go find your favorite one. But some sort of a T-band or X-band or a box band, fantastic.
All right, my next thing up that I want to talk about is a Lazy Susan.
Oh,
right.
That's good.
So not strictly a gaming accessory, but very useful for gaming. It's just a little tray that rotates. Right. And so if you don't like to read things sideways or you can't reach to the other side of the board, you can just gently spin it around without messing up everything else on the board. Right. So having a Lazy Susan is great for playing all kinds of games.
Well, and you bring up a good point, which is that it's not necessarily made for gaming, but you can definitely use it for that, like the sheet protectors.
Yeah. Okay. Of course sheet protectors are made for gaming.
Well, they are now.
What else would you use them for?
Sheets.
Sheets, like laundry?
Yes. I put all my laundry in sheet protectors. All right, my next one is upgrading your coins. We like to use metal coins. Some people like iron clay. I mean, there's different materials that you can choose to use, and some of the coins that you can find out there are specific to a certain game. So if you're playing games, for instance, that are like D&D or something that has that kind of a feel to it, you might choose to find coins that have that theme on it. Or if you're doing pirate, maybe you want something that's more rustic and more distressed, like a doubloon or something like that. But we do have metal coins that we use for most of our games. When they give us cardboard, we tend to just swap it out and just use our game coins.
Yeah, it improves your enjoyment of the game a lot to swap out cardboard coins for something more substantial.
Yeah, I was surprised to find out what a difference that it brought to me.
Absolutely. So my next thing up on my list is a card shuffler. So if you play a game that uses a lot of cards and a lot of card shuffling, you can get a machine that will shuffle the cards for you. And then You don't have to have arguments about who shuffled it and why did you shuffle it wrong and why did I get this card. And, you know, sort of like puts a neutral mechanical third party into it. Well, the machine shuffled it.
Yeah,
you know?
they do have some that run on battery and some that are just like a press down like a plunger style.
Yeah, that's the kind I was thinking of.
Okay, my next one is, it's a little odd, and I'm going to try to explain this. It's a kit bag. So it's a bag that I made myself, and I've seen a few other people make one that's got hair ties, and it's got plastic baggies, it's got a hole punch, it's got some pencils, it's got a few things that when I get a new game or somebody needs something, I'm like, hang on a second, I've got something that we can use for right now. So that is my kit bag.
Okay, and I think that brings me up to my number one since we doubled up on something. My number one is a dice tower.
Nice.
We have one or two of them. And so if you're not using a dice tray, it's kind of a dice tray. It's an extended vertical dice tray. I mean, it's just a way of getting your dice to tumble randomly as they tumble down the dice tower and come out however they come out. And it's fun. Most of them are noisy. So if you don't mind it being noisy, go ahead and use the dice tower.
One thing I like about dice towers is if you have minimal table space, to have a dice tower is so helpful to roll your dice, because a dice tray will take up room, and if you fear that your dice rolling will mess up the game, the components you have out, it's a great way to go. Okay. All right, my number one is something that you have seen on many of our reviews that we do. It is silicone cups.
Silicone cups are great.
Yes. I got this idea from somebody else. They had just a few cups, and I bought a whole bunch of them in different colors, different sizes, and it has really contained all the different components for us. We take them when we travel because then it just makes it really easy for us to play games when we don't know what we're walking into. They're silicone, so they squish just fine and come right back into shape. I don't think we've ever baked in them, though, to be honest with you.
They were originally sold as muffin.
They're muffin tins, yeah.
Muffin silicones.
Yeah. And, I mean, yeah, like we've been talking about, you can use whatever you want for whatever you want. It is up to you. So that is my number one pick, silicone cups.
That's a great pick.
Thank you.
That's a great pick. All right, that's our top ideas for accessories for board games.
And if you have something that you do that is a great idea, please share it with us, because you know what? A bunch of us probably are going to want to try that too. So until next time,
I'm Onezie.
I'm the Elusive Bigfoot. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.